So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. We're going to start things off today by making a little lunch on the Brio fire pit with the sear ring. I think we're going to have elk burgers. Never had elk before. Since I got one in Colorado, we're going to have it for lunch today. And by the way, for those of you that have been asking, Fire Starter will be available again 1 week from today. You're going to see this video on Sunday. We'll have a whole bunch on the website 1 week from today. And it works fantastic. Now this is all cherry that I have in the fire pit. Small handful of Fire Starter down there at the bottom. Little air gap above it. I'm going to go do something else, and in about a half hour, this fire will be ready for the sear ring. Then about 5 minutes after that, it'll be ready for the burgers, and they'll take about 6 or 7 minutes to cook, I'm guessing. It's a windy day here today, but it's a nice day. Now tomorrow, I think it's going to get much colder, but we're enjoying it while we can. The leaves are definitely hitting the ground, along with the acorns. They have finally slowed down. I don't know where they come from. Just millions and millions of acorns this year. Don't know why. All right, it's been about 45 minutes so far. Fire's burning down. We're ready for the sear ring. Okay, just put it on. It's already up to 179 degrees, 185, 189. I'll get it up to about 450. All right, been about 6 or 7 minutes. 512 degrees. She's cooking. We're ready. I believe this is the first time we have ever had elk burgers. Beautiful, beautiful elk burgers. All right, so this was just about a week and a half ago.
Wow. Dad said you could give it to Grandma.
Delicious.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right, so far Levi's tried it. He loves it. Melissa's having like an open face style.
Yeah, we lost.
Eva, we're having elk burgers, and you're on camera.
And I didn't get an invite.
You're college, whatever.
You're always invited. Come on down.
Try it, Melissa.
Okay. I have to lay the film
Good,
down.
Levi?
Oh, yeah.
Mmm.
You like it?
Yeah. I've had it before.
I don't know if I have. Good, because we've got probably enough ground meat to do about 300 and some burgers.
Very good, Mike. It is very good.
Well, it is first thing in the morning, and it is a beautiful morning. We had some bad storms at home last night, but I'm on my way down to the cabin, and before I go there, I have to make 2 stops. First stop is Menards. This is my second time ever going to Menards store, and this one is huge. Need to pick up a few things in here, and we'll go on to our second stop. All right, I just pulled out of Menards, and I have to say I'm coming around. My first visit there, I wasn't sure. You know, I had to go buy just a couple 2x4s. You walk all the way to the back of the store. You tell them what you want. You go up front to pay for it. Then you've got to drive all the way around back. I thought I was going to have to stop and get fuel, get your 2x4s. It was a whole thing, but I kind of understand their system a little bit better now. But I like the store. You can get just about anything there that you would ever need, which is pretty cool. I did notice, however, in the tool section, I didn't see any like DeWalt. You know, I'm a DeWalt guy, not because I'm a DeWalt fanboy. It's because I bought a impact gun combo with a drill several years ago. So everything you buy is DeWalt 20 volt VMAX after that. I didn't see any DeWalt stuff, kind of some off-brand tools, but as far as like blades and bits, and they've got everything there. They do. So pretty happy with Menards. I will definitely be visiting it again. Next up, I'm pulling down to Bass Pro. And if they have one here, I'm going to buy something that I have been saving for 7 years. 7 years to buy one of these. Bass Pro. I may never get down to the cabin today. Well, I've had the wind taken out of my sails. I just left Bass Pro, stopped to get some fuel, but they did not have what I was looking for. However, all hope is not lost. After we go to the cabin and I'm on my way home, I'm going to stop at Cabela's. I'm pretty sure, I'm going to confirm, but I'm pretty sure they have what I'm looking for. And it's about an hour out of my way, but it's worth doing. All right, I made it down to the cabin, and it is a chilly one down here. It's about 50 degrees right now, but it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna start off by pulling a battery out of some cameras here and get them charging, and then we're gonna get to work inside. I'll show you what I'm trying to accomplish and why. There it is. See that little green ladder right there? I spent about a half hour this morning looking for that. I thought I may have left it down here, but I wasn't sure. And I wanted to make sure I brought it. Well, there it is. So here's what I want to do today. You see this right here, this box? We put this here so I could power the cabin from a generator sitting outside. Wasn't a bad idea. And I want to have as many options as I can. So this is going to stay here. A lot of pine needles. Now on the inside, I've been putting up this tongue and groove. Looks really nice. But that box that I just showed you on the outside, it's out here. We're going to put another box on the inside so I can set like a Jackery solar generator right here. And we'll be able to run the entire cabin just off of that. Then the shower house, which is over there, that will get connected. It's not going to happen before winter. We'll probably do that in the spring. The shower house will have its own separate power supply from the cabin. And my thinking on that was this. It won't take much to power the cabin. It's just going to be some outlets and some LED lighting. And the only time we're going to need a significant amount of power is when we're running the pump or a very small hot water tank. I have to figure that out. But that's why I'm keeping the shower house separate from the cabin. So when you're staying at the cabin, you know, this is just going to be a place to basically hang out in the evenings and sleep at night. But say you want to get showers, we could always fire up a generator or even an additional solar generator. I have a lot of things to figure out, but I wanted to keep the two separate. So when you are just staying at the cabin, you can have all the lights running in silence. I won't have a generator running. And I may not even need a generator. Maybe a combination generator and my bigger jackery for the shower house. I have a lot to figure out. I do. But we're getting there. And the reason I came down here today is I've got my buddy and his son-in-law. He's an electrician coming down in a couple days. And I want to get some stuff moved out of the way so we don't have to deal with it when he gets here. We're going to put that additional plug on the inside. We'll put some lights up, outlets. I still have more tongue and groove to do, but we'll kind of be up and running. So when I come down here, I'm not working in the dark. I mean, I'm not right now. I've got portable lights, but it's just one step closer. It takes a lot, and I knew this going into it. When it's 2.5 hours from home and you're busy with a million other things, it's difficult to get anything done in a hurry. And like I said, I knew that going into it. You know, like when we were working on the building at home, you could be doing stuff all day long, go over there and work for a couple hours in the evening. That's not the case down here. Like I said, it's about 2.5 hours from home, but we're getting there. And I've mentioned before, just coming down here is like a vacation for me. I get some stuff done. I go for a little hike in the woods. I check my trail cameras. This is not work. This is not. This is very enjoyable. Well, I finished up everything inside that I needed to do to prepare for the electrician. He'll be here in a couple days. I'm pretty excited. It'll be nice to have lights inside. I'm going to go for a little hike in the woods, but I just checked today's video. Cell phone service here is a little spotty, but I was able to get on there and check out the comments. Today is Thursday, which is the day that I published the video where I kind of stuck my neck out a little bit there and talked about some of my opinions and beliefs. And I wasn't 100% sure how that was going to go. I had a pretty good idea, but I am pleasantly surprised. The video published maybe 6 hours ago, and there are already over 2,000 comments and I think 50 or 60,000 views already. And the comments section was overwhelmingly positive, and I appreciate that. There's way more of us out there than what I thought, and that's a good thing. And, you know, of course I had some haters, already got some emails, but like I discussed in that video, you'll have to go back and watch it if you didn't see it. Some of them you just can't take seriously. They are just regurgitating everything that they are told by the state-run media, just headlines. It's just, I can't take some of them seriously. Some people we can have a conversation with, others are just gone, but that's all right too. But like I said, appreciate it. I really do. I wasn't sure if I should do that. I thought about doing that video for a couple days, and I had no notes, no nothing. I just stood in front of the camera for 30 minutes and talked, and I didn't even really know what all I said until I was able to watch the video myself. I just kind of got on a roll there, but that's all good. Anyway, I'm going to take a little hike, and then I need to get out of here. We'll swing by Cabela's, see if they have. I'm going to call first. But yeah, I've been saving 7 years for something, and I just can't seem to get my hands on it yet.
He's not engaging in the kind of...
All right, pulling into Cabela's, Wheeling, West Virginia. All right, I picked up the goods, just got back in the truck. Before I show you what I bought, I want to tell you how this all came to be. I have been using my Cabela's credit card for about 7 years for all of my personal expenses. Not all of them, but most of them. And you accumulate points, and I have never used any of those points for anything. I've been saving them for the entire time. And I know old Dave Ramsey, you know, I like Dave Ramsey, I do. He says don't use credit cards, but like I said, I have never carried a balance, always paid it off before the next billing cycle, and I ended up with a thermal imaging rifle scope. This is a Pulsar. This one is the Thermion 2 XP50 Pro. This one is best suited for medium to long range. I think it was the X. Yeah, this is the XP. I think the XG is a little better suited for even longer ranges. But living here in the East, we have trees everywhere. I don't really need anything to be able to see, you know, 2,400 yards. I wanted that wider field of view for the area that we live. But let's take a quick look at it, and then we'll check it out a little bit better when we get back to the house. Comes in a nice little case here, kind of like the coolest man bag ever. All right, here's a look at the scope. It's got a nice eye relief on that side. Got your power button. You can record on this. 50 millimeter. Now this is a 2 to 16 power scope. It's all that I ever dreamed of. Well, I have some concerns. I do. I'm still sitting in Cabela's parking lot, and I just got off the phone with Pulsar, and I will say, when I called, they answered the phone. I think they're in Texas. I explained to them what was going on, and I think I have to return this. I do. When you turn it on, all you see is gray. You don't see anything else. And I got to looking at it, right? And I doubt you'll be able to see this on this camera, but I can see where this scope has been mounted before. That threw up a red flag. And the other thing that threw up a red flag is there is no cable in the case. Okay, so between those two things, that tells me that this was purchased and returned and was just sitting there, because they kind of had to dig for this one and look for it, because I called to, you know, verify that they had one, and it took a little bit of time, and they said, yes, we do have one. And I just paid $4,000 for this, and I think it was used, and there was a problem with it, and it was returned, and I just bought it. I don't think anything was intentional or anything like that. And I was really pleased that Pulsar answered the phone. They have a 5-year warranty on these, so I've got my receipt. I'm gonna go in and return something that I just bought a half hour ago. Huh. Well, I still don't have a thermal vision rifle scope. It could be worse. I could have one that doesn't work. So I returned it to Cabela's. That was a whole thing, but they were very helpful. It took a little bit of time because I used all my points. They can't put the points back on the card. They were going to give me gift cards, and so then You could only put like $1,000 on each gift card. But anyway, what I ended up doing, I ordered a new one, and it's going to be shipped right to my house. I should have it sometime next week. And if I hadn't been able to get a hold of somebody at Pulsar as quick as I did, and I probably wouldn't have got one. So that's how important that customer service is. You know, you call someone in Texas and you explain what the problem is, and he thought the same thing I did. It sounded like it was a scope that was returned and somehow got put back into the inventory. So they were real nice. They got a 5-year warranty. So I don't have one now, but I should have one next week, and hopefully it works. So I'm gonna head back to the house. That was about, well, it's about an hour and 10 minutes here from my house. Probably another hour and a half to buy it and return it, and another hour and 15 minutes home. But not the end of the world. I'm gonna go home and get into something else. All right, I got the front yard taken care of. That took about 15 or 20 minutes. Now with a backpack blower, that would be about 2 hours. And I'm figuring out the best system on how to do that. I got this all done and realized there was a bunch still in the ditch line down there. So I just went down to the road, blew all them back up in. But that Buffalo turbine, it's incredible. We still have a long way to go, but they're definitely hitting the ground. So we got a little something in the mail today. It was a nice surprise from Buffalo Turbine. Check this out. They sent us a nice sign, and it is heavy. Best on earth turbine debris blowers and sprayers, made in the USA, established in 1945. And they said, Mike, thank you for featuring Buffalo Turbine on your channel. And they all signed it. That was very nice of them. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I bought this off of Doug from One Eyed Customs. And obviously Buffalo Turbines people saw the video, so that's pretty cool. But we'll hang this up in the garage somewhere. That's nice. I like that. All right, next up, we're gonna head out in the woods with the mini skid. I need to pull out some logs out there at the clearing. I have an order from my buddy Chris. He wants a whole cord of pizza wood. So we'll cut it 12 inches in length and split it small, fill the entire dump trailer up with it. Probably do that tomorrow or the next day. But right now I want to go get some logs out. He is going to kiln dry it the rest of the way. But these logs have been sitting out there for probably 6-8 months. I'll stay away from the oak and we'll just do cherry and maple. So it won't take very long at all for him to dry it the rest of the way in his kiln. There's those turkeys out ahead of me there. They must have looped all the way around. Little change of plans. I was gonna get some wood out of that pile down there, but I need to get this stuff cleaned up here. This is all from, like 2 years ago. Yeah, it's been over a year and a half. It wasn't this past spring. It was the one before. And this is how this all started out here. We had some really, really bad windstorms, straight line winds or something. And we had trees down from the whole way behind Levi's house all the way over to my mom's place on top of the hill by the old apple orchard. So out here in this clearing, this was all woods, and I had taken a few trees out, but then we got these straight line winds that took down a bunch more, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna clear, an acre or two back here in the woods. So that's how this all started. But I've been wanting to get these cleaned up in here. It kind of hurts your view from the mini cabin. I think tomorrow I'm just going to bring the excavator out here and chainsaw and go through all this and get this stuff cut up and cleaned up. This one right here is a little sketch. I guess I'm going to leave it alone for now. I don't know. This tree was still alive this year, but as you can see, it is partially uprooted. And then it is just hung up in that cherry tree up there. I don't know if that's what saved it, but it's real close to that. You know what I'm saying? I think if it went down, it'd take out the steps. I got to figure that one out at some point. Let's look at it from the other side. No, it may miss it. It's leaning right where I'm standing here now. And it's barely touching up there. I don't think that tree's really holding it. But if you try to take it down, it's going to get caught up in this one, and it could come over this way and kapow. I don't know. And then sometime maybe this winter be a nice time. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger, a little bit wider that direction. All this stuff in here, there's just a few small locusts that are dead, a couple small cherry, a couple maples. Kind of square this all off in here and get that cleaned up. But this looks really nice. I'm really thrilled with all this. The deer love it. They're out here all the time. And like I said before, all we have is woods. And now we've got a nice big field here. Plus the trees that I took out were mostly maple and cherry, which really don't offer a whole lot to the wildlife. Not like the oak trees, at least they get acorns from that. There's another cherry down over here. That one will make some nice firewood. That one's pretty easy to get to there. That other one, not so much. This is a big area. That was a lot of trees I took out of here. But anyway, before we wrap this up, a couple things I wanted to go over. Number one, if you saw the video yesterday, we currently have a big bundle put together for sale. It's really nice. There is 2 bags of fire starter, your choice of a hat, an aluminum license plate, and some stickers, all in one big bundle. There will be a link in the description for that. I think tomorrow I'm going to head to the cabin with my buddy and his son-in-law, the electrician, and we'll make some more progress down there. But I think that's about it. I appreciate y'all being here, and I may just stand out here for a little bit. It is so nice. It's cloudy all day and the sun is out. Catch you on the next one.